Hey, I'm John Hazzard, and for me, it's all about food. Well, today I thought of making myself a fish wrap for lunch, and I thought, while I'm at it, let me also share with you how I make my fish wrap. And today I'm going to make a blackened fish wrap. It's very tasty, very simple to make. It's not going to take you any amount of time. And recently, I showed you how to make a vegetable wrap. So I thought, well, maybe some persons may want to see how you can make a wrap using a bit of fish inside of it. So I went out yesterday and I purchased some Mahi Mahi. And I'm going to take some blackened spices and some other ingredients, which I'm going to show you in a few seconds as well too. And we're going to make today a blackened fish wrap. So I'm going to share with you now how I make this wrap and the ingredients I use to make this wrap as well. So I kind of want to run through the ingredients with you of how I make my fish wrap. And this one I'm going to make for lunch. So first I have, well, of course, I have my wrap here. So I'm going to place my wrap right here. So I have the wrap. And what I did with the wrap is I went ahead and I heated my wrap on the grill outside. Now, if you don't have a grill, you can always use a pan or something flat on your stove, you know, some kind of pot or something that is a nice flat kind of saucepan. The width of your wrap, of course. But I used the grill outside just to heat both sides, just to make it a bit more pliable. And also it gives some nice grill marks. And it also warms the wrap as well when I took it from the fridge. The other thing is what I'm going to add to my wrap is I'm going to add some romaine lettuce. And this gives a bit of structure to the wrap itself. And I'm also going to add a bit of lettuce greens, mesclun mix. This also gives a nice color and soul within the wrap as well too. And of course, we're going to do some sliced tomatoes. And what I did is I just pretty much took my tomato, washed it, and I sliced it on my cutting board into a circle, and then I sliced the circles into half. And for this wrap here, I'm just going to use 2 tomatoes, so that would be like 4 slices of tomatoes, which I would use. A few minutes ago, I saw some capers inside the fridge. I hadn't originally planned on using capers in the wrap, but I found these capers, so I'm going to go ahead and add a few capers as well too, because capers goes well with fish. And I think everybody knows I love cilantro. I don't normally add it, but I found some cilantro in the fridge. So I'm going to also add some cilantro as well to inside the wrap, and that's going to give a dynamic flavor. The other thing which I'm going to add as well too for some texture as well is some carrots, some sliced carrots. And all I did with these carrots is I peeled them with a vegetable peeler, and then I took the carrot when it was peeled and I just sliced it, with the vegetable peeler until it became nice thin strips, which I will add to my wrap, and this gives a nice texture and it also gives a nice color as well in the wrap. The other thing we're going to do as well is for the wrap, we need to have some kind of spread. And you could use mayonnaise if you want to, but mayonnaise to me doesn't have any flavor. I tend to make a remoulade, and I have the recipe for the remoulade in the description below. In this case, I didn't make this remoulade. I went out and I purchased this because I want you to also realize that if you want to go out and purchase a bit of tartar sauce, which is what this is. So this is some tartar sauce. It has a few more ingredients inside of it other than mayonnaise. You could purchase this as well, but you need some kind of spread to put on your wrap. And I just kind of think that mayonnaise is a bit boring. So that's why I tend to use a bit of remoulade, and I have the recipe for the remoulade as well in the description. And the remoulade has in quite a few things. It has in Scotch bonnet pepper, which I love, has in lime juice. Of course, the base is mayonnaise. It also has in capers and cornichons and cilantro in the remoulade itself as well too. So it's very, very flavorful. So I will recommend you make the remoulade, and you can use the recipe I have below in the description as well. And then of course we have here some blackened spice mix, which is basically some paprika, cayenne pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. And I kind of mixed this all up together. And then I took my Mahi Mahi, which I purchased as well from the supermarket, and I took the skin off, took the bloodline out because the bloodline doesn't taste good at all, that dark line you see going through the fish. And then I sliced the fish up into strips, which you can see here, into kind of thin strips. You don't want it to be too thin that they fall apart, but I just sliced it into strips. And then I coated it with the blackened spice mix evenly all over. And I took a saucepan, or you can take a frying pan or a skillet, whatever you have, Put a bit of oil inside of it because you don't want it to stick. You don't want a lot of oil because you want to blacken the fish. Put a little oil. I have it at full blast, raised all the way up, and my fish is coated nicely in the blackened spice mix which I made, and I have the recipe for that as well in the description below. And then I sear the fish on all sides. Well, some sides have 2 and some sides have 4. But I sear the fish until it's well cooked. Didn't need to go into an oven. I cooked it all the way out in my skillet on the stove. And once that was seared, I just put it onto a plate with some paper towel and allow it to drain. And that's how I did my blackened fish. So I want to go ahead now and let's just make this wrap. So as I make this as well, so I'm going to kind of move ingredients out of the way so you can see the preparation clearly. So what I did is I took this, I'm going to take, first I have the wrap as I said. I'm going to take, and also too what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you again, because I showed you last time I made a vegetable wrap how to fold it properly. I'm also going to show you a second time as well so you know how to fold a wrap effectively and properly. So what I do, I add my remoulade spread, or this, in this case, this one here is tartar sauce. Let's add a bit more. And I like to get this tartar sauce. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move these tomatoes out of the way so you can actually see what I'm doing here. So I like to take the remoulade and I kind of spread it all over the entire surface of the wrap. So it's all covered. And I prefer my remoulade. It's colorful, flavorful, creamier than this particular tartar sauce I made. But of course, if you don't want to make the remoulade, that's the reason why I went ahead and purchased the tartar sauce, because you can then just purchase this in the supermarket and instead of having to go through the extra step of making the remoulade, which is another step. But the remoulade, once you make it, will last you in the fridge for a long period of time. So I put my spread there. Then I'm going to take my romaine lettuce. And again, this gives a bit of nice structure to your wrap. I kind of put it not halfway, but a little below halfway. So I'm just going to, this is also going to make the wrap nice and big and full. So we add some romaine here. So this looks good. Then I'm going to take some of the same nice lettuce greens or mesclun greens, whatever you want to use. You can also use arugula as well too, which is also called rocket if you want. So I have that there. That looks good. I'm also going to take my cilantro now. I'll also place this here as well too. And then of course I'm going to take the, let's go with the tomatoes. I'll take the tomatoes first. I'm only going to take 4 slices. And I want to place this just right here. So I place it together, again, as you can see with the wrap. What I'm doing here is I'm leaving space on both sides because I want to be able to fold the wrap in and then roll it. So it's nice and compact and it doesn't, the ingredients don't come out once you're eating the wrap. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the carrots. I put some of the carrots here, and again, that gives good flavor. And it also color and texture as well to your wrap. So you put those aside as well. And I'm going to take some of the capers. And I put a few capers here. You don't need too many. These are very salty, but very flavorful and impactful as well too. Then I'm going to take the mahi. And what I would do with the mahi, I'm going to put the mahi, the blackened mahi, down at the bottom here. So just a bit at the bottom, and I have enough here for 2. So I'll make another wrap and give away to a friend of mine when I'm finished. So we now have the mahi down there. So basically, I have all of the ingredients that I can think of here for this wrap. I now will take it, and what I do is I normally put the lettuce greens here, because when I take this here and I come up here, I have something dry to hold on to. If I put the fish there, the fish is moist. It also has on the blackened spice, so it's kind of sticky and it dirties your hand. So I want the wrap to be nice and clean. So then once I put my fingers here, I'm coming down into something nice and dry, which is the actual lettuce itself. As I roll it, then I'm going to I roll it right here until until the wrap covers all of the ingredients that are inside here. I then take my ends and I fold over this way. And I think the last wrap I made, a vegetable wrap, I had too many ingredients. You don't want to have too many ingredients, you just want to have just enough. I fold this over. As you can see, it's all folded over, tucked in nice and neat. And then from here now, what we do is we just wrap this wrap up. See this? We just wrap this up, just like that. And that's our wrap. Now what I like to do, I like to slice this on a bias. as opposed to straight across, which I think could be quite boring indeed. I tend to take a bias at an angle, a 45-degree angle. I take my knife and I'm going to slice this all the way through at an angle like this. Oh, that's the wrap right there. Beautiful. And then we're just going to take this now and we're going to arrange this. I'll kind of put this like that. And then I will put this one here standing up. And then that's our Mahi Mahi, or that's our blackened fish wrap. Doesn't it look delicious? So I really hope that you have enjoyed this show. And if you have enjoyed it, please go ahead and like and subscribe. And send me some comments, let me know what you think. Any questions you have, you please comment. I'm willing to answer as many questions as you want. Also, let me know if there's anything else that you would like to see me make for you, and I'll be more than happy to do so. So what we want to do first now, though, is we just want to go ahead and we want to taste this wrap and see. You know, it says the proof is in the pudding, so let's just go ahead and taste this wrap. Let's just want to get the fish. That is so delicious. Spicy, saltiness of the capers. I can taste the acidity as well too of the tartar sauce coming through. The crunch of the romaine lettuce as well as the carrots. This is absolutely tasty. So again, I've had fun showing you this. Again, I'm John Hazzard, and for me, it's all about food. I'll see you next time.